Hey everyone, Jay Whitner here with Crowdfunding Coverage, our monthly internet TV show where we do a quick recap of what's going on in the crowdfunding universe. Today we're going to be talking about May 2017, and our show is brought to you by Kickstarter Coaching and the Space Finance Group. In May, there were 8 big campaigns. These big campaigns brought in a total of $17 million. The biggest campaign was Gravity, about a weighted blanket. So we'll talk about 8 of the big campaigns, but first we'll talk about some of the news. In May, we marked the 1-year anniversary of equity crowdfunding, and equity crowdfunding has gotten off to a slower start than many people expected, but it has been showing steady growth every quarter since it began. It's grown. And we do have some strong leaders in the area. The WeFunder company is leading the charge, and more power to them. We hope that the year 2 continues to show nice growth in the equity crowdfunding space. Kickstarter made some news. Kickstarter backers, the people who contribute to campaigns, come from all over the world, but there are only certain nations where you can launch, where you can be a creator of a Kickstarter campaign. So the news is they're going to be opening up Japan later this year. So Japan, of course, is a huge industrial powerhouse with a very creative, industrious population. So I think we'll probably see a lot of Kickstarters coming out of Japan as soon as the green light comes on later this year. More news from Kickstarter. They're providing some additional help for hardware creators. There are special challenges for hardware projects, too many for me to go into here, but Kickstarter acknowledges this, and they've made arrangements with Dragon and I think it was Avnet to provide extra support to hardware campaigns to try to maximize their chances for success, which I think is a great idea. So the big campaigns, as I mentioned before, there's 8 of them. They range in size from $1 million to almost $5 million. The video length, which is very important, ranges from about 1 minute to just under 5 minutes. The campaign length ranged from 24 days to 45 days. The reward levels range from a rather skimpy 3 choices to 15, which I think is probably about right. And all the campaigns provided a significant amount of updates for their projects. So the campaigns themselves. The first one is the Real Link Argus. This is wireless security cameras, really targeted for the home market. I guess you could use them in an office or a warehouse, wherever you wish. Very nice features in these affordable wireless monitors that you can, for example, get a notification on your iPhone while you're on vacation across the country that a sensor tripped in your house or something, and you can see video of your house on your iPhone for wherever you happen to be. Very neat stuff. Some of the things they did in their campaign were they had many quotes from the media. The media was saying about the project. They had the GIFs, the short videos with no audio, and they offered a warranty with their product, a 2-year warranty. In regular commerce, most of the products that you buy have some sort of warranty, but it's not always the case in crowdfunding. So by all means, if you're confident in your product, provide a warranty. It will help you with your sale. The next campaign is Upright Go. This is intended to help people that are on their computers all day because quite often people are not in the proper posture and it causes back pain and other issues. So this is something that you put onto your back, and it measures like the angle of your back and notifies you if you're slouching too much. So some of the things they did is they use supplemental videos. This is a good idea because your main video should not be overly long. People won't watch it if it's too long. So if you have a whole lot of content that you think you have to include, stick an extra video or 2 down in the main body of your campaign. Keep your main video at a reasonable length. They also had an area on their campaign about awards and testimonials for their product. If you've won awards, tell people. If your product is developed enough that people have really used it and know about it, and you can get testimonials, share them. They also had a white paper download on their campaign, which I don't think I'd seen before, as another mechanism for sharing information. I didn't download the white paper, so I don't know if it's about back trouble or about their particular fix, but as a strategy, I thought it was interesting. Next, we have the ClickPack Pro. We've seen several of these campaigns for backpacks that are theft resistant. This is another one of those campaigns. Some of the things they did is they used multiple early birds. What this is discounted pricing for the people who back your campaign at the beginning. So the deepest discount is for the people who come in first, and they had different levels of that. They also use stretch goals. If you're not familiar with stretch goals, the Kickstarter platform is an all-or-nothing platform, so you want to set your goal, your primary Kickstarter goal, as low as you can to try to maximize your chances to get funded. But stretch goals allow you to offer additional features, additional capabilities as the campaign grows over time. So it's a way to sort of address the problem of the all-or-nothing funding situation on Kickstarter. Also, they had a button on their campaign for press materials. So the press has certain things they want, high-resolution images and other stuff that the regular public that comes to your Kickstarter page doesn't really need. So this allows you to aggregate all that material together so that the press has access without sort of cluttering your campaign with stuff that only the press really needs to have. The next campaign was Brass. This is a tabletop game set in fairly early times of the Industrial Revolution. Some of the things that they had testimonials for their product. If you have them, share them. They had a choice for their backers. They had effectively two games. You could pick game A or game B, or you could take both games. Again, give them a choice. That's in your best interest if it's affordable to do. They also were aware of the language issue. If you think your campaign is going to be international, think about how you're going to handle the language thing. And in their case, they offered their rule book in 5 different languages. So there's different approaches you can do for the language thing, but have that in mind, especially if you think you're going to have an international campaign. Sobro. This was an interesting idea. This is a coffee table for your house that has a refrigerator built in. So if you're watching a big football game, you can reach in and grab a beer. You don't have to leave the living room and go to the kitchen. So some of the things that they did were they used GIFs, the mini videos in their campaign. They offered their product in multiple colors. Well, not everybody has a living room that looks the same. So if you wanted to kind of fit in with what you'd have in your home, multiple colors make sense. They also had referral rewards. And if you did certain things to support the campaign, you get free stuff from Sobro. This is a very nice strategy, and this campaign happens to be an Indiegogo campaign, and they have some nice tools on Indiegogo to support that. Next, we have Pico C. This is a craft beer machine for your home, and this company, Pico Brew, has done this before on crowdfunding to have a beer machine in the past. So this is the new and improved beer machine. Some of the things that they did is they offered the specs of the machine. I thought that was very good because there's other companies in their same zone that are trying to do this kind of thing. And they had other buyers who had their prior machines. So that way they can compare how this machine is versus the machine they already own. They had add-ons for their campaign. Add-ons are a good thing to consider because it allows you to keep your primary price low and offer the options for additional cost, if the buyer wants them. Sort of like if you buy a car, you don't have to get every option. It's up to you if you want to buy the options. They also had an awards section that was showed in a pictorial format, the different rewards that were offered by the campaign. Next, we have Gloomhaven. This is another tabletop game. This is a combat type game. Did very, very well. I think this one raised about $4 million, if memory serves. On this campaign, they really shared the team very well. People like to see who's behind a campaign. They had the names of the people and their pictures and their titles, so you could see who was involved in the thing. They had supplemental videos for their campaign. I think one of them was a video of actually watched a game being played, so you could really get the flavor of the thing. They also had a live event on YouTube. They did a stream with a real-time participation of people that were there. If you think you're going to have a big campaign with a big audience, something like this might make a lot of sense for you. But you do need to have sort of a critical mass to have enough people at your live event that it feels important and fun. The big campaign of the month was Gravity. This is a blanket that's very heavy. Their premise is that the heavy blanket helps you sleep better and reduces your anxiety and your stress to have this heavy blanket. So their campaign was a big success, brought in about $5 million. They had multiple early birds, discount pricing for people who backed the campaign early on. They had supplemental videos to tell you more and more about the health and stress benefits of the product, and they had a press kit, which I talked a little bit earlier about. Another campaign that had a press kit, some of the benefits of that. So congratulations to Gravity with the biggest campaign of the month. That's it for the May edition of Crowdfunding Coverage. We'll be back in a bit talking about what happens in June of 2017. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time. Take care.